Car safety, so important and so overlooked by so many pet parents. Even in a very minor collision, your dog can sustain serious injuries. So a little bit of prep work can really prevent tragedies. And an ill-behaved dog that's barking at everything in the back seat or is running back and forth can actually cause a distraction, because there's nothing more distracting when you're trying to focus on the road than that going on in the back seat. Hi, I'm Cindy Scott. Welcome to Kong Classroom. The safest place for your dog is in the back seat in the center. You want to think of your dog as a small child. Now, obviously, there's going to be differences in cars, so know your car, where the airbags are, how they're going to deploy, but typically the back seat in the middle is the safest. The worst place is in the driver's lap. Second worst place is in the passenger's lap. It really ensures that in case of a small impact, that your dog's going to be safe. And the best way to secure your dog is either in a crash-tested crate or in a safety harness. And that also easily prevents your dog from running back and forth and getting into mischief in the backseat. So teaching your dog to settle in the car is a wonderful thing to do. If you've trained them to settle on a mat, you can put the mat in the car. And bonus, make your life easy. Stuff a Kong. If your dog's busy working on getting the treats out of a Kong, they're not barking. That's just science. You can't bark with a mouthful of food. Can't do it. So keep them in the backseat with a Kong. I really love teaching dogs what I call door etiquette, because it is so dangerous for those dogs that learn that as soon as the car door opens, they run out. So what if you're on a street? What if you're in a busy parking lot? So dangerous. So it's really important to teach your dog to wait and be invited outside of the car. And it's fairly easy to do. You open the car door, and before your dog has a chance to go, good job. You're the man, excellent. Toss him a couple of treats. Reward him for not jumping out the car door. If he starts to jump out, you simply shut the door carefully. And then open again. When you want him to jump out, you give him permission. So it's a very formal command. Fido, outside. And I like to say their name first so they know that you're talking to them and not your kid or another dog. So it's very, very formal. And it's also really important to teach them to be invited into the car. So I have them do a wait, or I love to have them do a sit, because they should just say please. Have them sit, and then Fido inside. So you're giving them permission to get into the car. So in case of an emergency, I highly recommend that you always have a travel bag in the car for your dog. So have necessities, water, a bowl, maybe some kibble, definitely some poop bags, because you can never have too many poop bags, and you never want to be caught without one. In case there's an emergency, in case you're stranded someplace, or if there is a car accident, that you have those necessities for your dog. Another thing I highly recommend in case of an emergency is to always have ID on your dog. Microchipped, yes, but also ID. And please have 2 phone numbers. Your cell number doesn't do any good if you have to be transported to the hospital. So have a backup phone number so the firefighters can call somebody else, just in case you need to be transported, because they don't want to send them to the shelter, but they have no other choice. Things happen. Accidents truly do happen. And so we want to make sure that we keep our dogs safe and you sane while you're driving the car. So it's important to have that well-behaved dog that isn't causing an accident. And in case there is an accident, they're safe. So having them in a crash-tested crate, having them in a safety harness, settling them in the back seat, on nobody's lap, but in the back seat, settling them down with a yummy Kong so that you can arrive safely at your destination. It's all about keeping them safe. I'm Cindy Scott. Thanks for joining us in Kong Classroom.